Sync the audio. It makes it easier.
Oh, okay.
Because then I just have to match up like where I see those little peaks.
Yeah.
And then I just sync it up once, and then so this audio matches that audio, and then to take out that audio and match this audio with that video.
I see. So you because you're taking off that audio.
Yeah, because that audio sounds crappier. So this audio sounds better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so like do you have an audio like engineering degree? Why do you know?
No.
Oh.
I just learned it.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually because of filmmaking, shooting videos.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh man, the audio sounds kind of crappy. Oh, let me learn more about audio.
I see.
And then so it just went from there. It just you
just built on it.
Yeah, built on that.
And
then because there's a lot of audio work with shooting videos.
Yeah.
And then so you just learn, like, if you want to make your stuff sound better, look better, you just learn your tricks. You basically just pick up stuff. And you're like, all right, I gotta learn this to make it sound better. But yeah, it was it's been a constant learning process.
I'm sure.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff I never thought I'd get into, but podcasting. That was something I didn't think I would get into.
Right.
I'm not the best conversationalist.
No, what?
I'm not.
I disagree, but okay.
I am not. I'm serious.
Okay.
Like, I cannot, to me, small talk is horrible. I can't do it.
Which is why you need talking points, Michael.
I'm telling you, maybe. I won't say no, but maybe in the future.
Pro tip for the future.
In the future, when we get sponsors, and
there you go. You're gonna need a tagline.
Yeah,
like, what are people gonna know you by?
Stuff. Man,
you need a whole hashtag. Like, come on now.
Man, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just making the podcast. We start baby steps.
There you go.
Just one thing at a time, and you just keep growing, just like this. I mean, it's gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep getting, but like each episode is probably gonna keep getting better. Other than that, it's really just like I'm always constantly learning. I'm never gonna stop not learning. So yeah, hopefully, hopefully it shows like in the videos and in the podcast. Yeah. And in other stuff that hopefully I get to share with y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So am I the first girl?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Number one.
There we go. Yeah, I saw the guys. I was like, hang on. Am I the first? Yep, I'm the first female.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. So why did you ask?
Well, I guess let's get into the intro first before we get too deep into it. All right. What up, guys? This is the Defynest Podcast, where we defy the definition of ourselves in order to become the best.
See?
Something like that. Something like, let me try one more time.
Right here, like you have a teleprompter.
That's what I need, like right behind you.
Yes.
I need a little screen. That it just keeps, that's going to be hard because of my ADD. Like with the motion and then me trying to read it at the same time.
Just with the intro. Then just the baby
I just
steps.
need bullet points.
There you go.
Bullet points. Let me try one more time.
All right.
What up, guys? This is What up, guys? This is the Defynest Podcast, where we defy the definition of ourselves in order to become the best. That might work.
There you go.
That might work. All right.
Rolls off the tongue.
I'm your host, Michael Macedo, and today this is episode 7.
Ooh, Michael. 7's my lucky number 2. Bet.
It just had to work out.
Yep.
It was gonna work out. Mm-hmm. All right. Today I have a special guest for y'all. Her name is Heidi Andrade.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Mighty Heidi.
Yes. Hashtag Mighty Heidi.
Find
me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll post a link somewhere on the video, I guess.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get all of your links and include it in the description and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I like to start off the podcast by telling the viewers, the listeners, how we met.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the first time we met?
No.
I remember the exact first time we met.
I have a terrible memory, so go ahead. You got it.
So back in college, me and Heidi were part of
It's been a long time.
This organization called HBSA, the Hispanic Business Student Association.
You got it.
Hey, letters are hard. Letters are hard. All right, I mix them up.
Got you.
I was like HSBA. No. Yeah. All right, so it's the Hispanic Business Student Association at the Bauer College of the University of Houston.
Go Cougs, by the way.
Go Cougs.
Yep.
All right, so being part of that association organization, one of the things we had to do was volunteer in nonprofit events.
I went volunteering.
Yeah,
where did we go?
We did the one of the rodeo events at Reliant.
The food?
Yes, the food.
I remember now.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, like, we all had to meet up at. It was like a weekend. Was it a weekend?
Yes, it was a weekend. Yeah.
It was a weekend. We had to meet up at Bauer, and from there we were all gonna go to Reliant. Mm-hmm. Was it NRG?
It was NRG. Yeah.
NRG Center. Whatever. Yeah. So and then I remember, like, when I got there, like, we're all meeting up inside of Bauer, and then so I'm like, all right, like, I parked in the parking lot and I was walking, and then, like, I saw, like, a person, like, walking into Bauer or going up to the door, and them not being able to open the door because it was locked.
Because it's a weekend.
Yeah, because it was a weekend and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right. And then, like, I see somebody come in from the inside to come open the door for the other person that was already there. And then so I'm walking closer, and then, like, that other person who came open the door was you.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you.
Saving lives.
It was you. You came and opened that door for that. I think it was a girl. And then y'all walked in together. But I was still a little ways away. You turned around. You're already walking back, but then you stopped and you went back.
I got you.
And you opened the door for me.
See, there you go.
Which was, I was like, yes, that happened. That is exactly what happened. And then from there, I was like, oh, okay, I like this girl. She's dope.
I'm a real one.
I was like, she came back and she opened the door for me. Because
there you go.
What I was thinking, I was already thinking about, like, how I'm gonna break into the school. I was like,
nah.
Yes, I was. That was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, all right, she's going back. All right, so I know that door is locked. I was like, how am I gonna get inside?
Exactly.
I mean, I could have just called somebody that was inside.
Right. You could have just not.
That's the easy way.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the easy way.
You're too anti?
Yeah, I was like, I gotta step it up a little bit. I'm like, okay. I was like, what happens if there's nobody else there to help me?
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, a little door and a lock's not gonna stop me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, it wouldn't be the first lock.
Closed off building.
It wouldn't be the first lock to stop me. So I was like, all right. I was already thinking about, like, picking a lock and breaking in.
What?
Yeah.
I have no time for you. No.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Exact thoughts. I wasn't gonna do that door because it was like in the wide open.
Oh,
I would have found a different door and broke in from there.
Okay. That's a lot of steps there, Michael. You could have just knocked the door like normal people and wait.
That's too simple.
Oh, okay.
I like to challenge myself.
Either way, that's been a long time. Yeah. So for you to remember that, props to you.
So that had to be. I was in the HBSA only one semester. It was the last semester. My last semester before I was graduating.
Oh, before you graduated. Okay.
So that had to be spring 2011.
Okay. I was about to say, because I did HBSA like my sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
So I was like halfway.
Yeah. It was spring 2011.
Okay.
I was just my last semester there was when I was graduating.
I got you.
And that's when I joined. Yeah.
Nice. Do you keep up with anybody like still from back then?
I mean,
keep up.
Loose. I mean, Sure. I mean, if we run into each other, if I see him somewhere, yes.
There you go.
I'm friendly with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
friendly.
I like all the people from back then. Yeah, but
it's just crazy, like how you take like where you were in college to all the way, like everything that's happened since. It's just like, man, crazy how life just goes through these cycles.
Yeah, and it's really, I'm surprised I can remember that far back. Like I remember that little detail. That little detail sticks out. But like if you ask me what I did yesterday, I wouldn't tell you. No clue.
I'm a no clue on both. Yeah. So
it all seems like so long ago.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was like from there, I was like, you know what? I like her. She's dope. I'm gonna like her forever. I'm never not gonna not like her.
Same. Right back at you.
Yes. All right. And then so once I started like this podcast, I got back on social media, and then
you weren't completely MIA for a while.
2 years completely off. And then so I was on Instagram one day, and I saw that you were posting, and then I saw the hashtag Heidi News, and I saw the Mighty Heidi, and I was like, what? So I was like, I clicked into it and started. I was like, oh, that's cool. I see she's trying to do something with that.
Exactly.
So I was like, you know what? That's a perfect opportunity to reach out to you and have you on the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm so I don't know, like I don't think I realized when I started doing it. Actually, so during like midterms, I think like a couple months right before that, I found myself like constantly posting about it because I've always been the political friend. I don't know. I'm into that stuff. So I follow it, and I found myself like posting about it a lot. And then like my close friends would always be like, oh, like where's your story for the day? Like I'm trying to keep up. And I was like, oh, hang on. If I make this a routine, like maybe, I don't know, maybe something will come of it. So yeah, I just kind of just ran with it. And actually, so like I started the news thing, and then one of my friends, like she's an RD, and hey Ralph, she's just built such a great presence on Instagram just off of like the brand that she is and the things that she's doing with that. But it was just like kind of like inspiring. I was like, hang on, like clearly like within your niche, like you're really making a difference. So I was like, oh, I would love to do that. And I think a big thing for me has always been like, I want to give back to my community, like HBSA, like we're always with like, you know, you want to give back to your Latino community and all of that. And I don't know, same thing like now, like I would love to build a brand where I can just one day influence like little girls that grew up just like me. So if this is my avenue, then so be it. Like politics, it excites me, I guess you could say. And it's interesting to me. And I just feel like for our generation, like I don't think a lot of people keep up with that stuff. So if I can make it like into small manageable pieces, and by all means I'm down.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
So that's how
little pitch there.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's probably me. Let me turn off.
I couldn't even hear it.
It's not gonna ring anymore. Hopefully if it does, my bad. I remember I got on a guest for Yikes, who's episode 4. I don't know, but yeah, I got on him because like his phone kept ringing.
Oh no!
Yes, and like I ignored the first 2, and then like the third time I was like, dude, like come on.
Does it mess up your audio or anything?
It doesn't mess up, but still, I was like, at least like turn it down.
Just put it on silent. It's an hour.
And then he said he put it on silent, and then right after he said that, it rang.
It rang.
And it's on video.
Oh, no.
It's on video.
Called you out, friend.
Yes. Yikes, man. I guess I'm a hypocrite now because I didn't turn off my phone. See, I forgot.
Karma.
See, I forgot.
Real quick.
My bad. Yeah. And then, so I was like, you know what? I had to reach out to you. And I like that. That's kind of a little the reason why I'm doing this podcast and what I'm trying to build this whole Defynest thing. Really, Defynest is going to be more than just a podcast. It was just like, I had to I made up a name. I made up a word. That's what Defynest is. It's just a made up word. I basically combined the word define, DEFINE, and then the suffix EST. So I just combined all those three words, made up that word. Like, all right, let me run with this. And then so the podcast is just basically a way I can introduce y'all. But eventually I want to get this, build it to where I have a platform where I can make it easier for everybody I know or my friends to basically be able to make it easier for them to do what they love for a living.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So basically be able to like, say if you
like
want to
propel you.
Yes. Say you want to do the Heidi news, Mighty Heidi with that. I was like, make it easier for you to be able to do that and make a living off of that.
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's kind of like one of the further long-term goals for the whole Defynest thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So like short term, are you trying to like maybe become like an Instagram influencer? Like
hell no.
But how do you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I look, the Instagram.
Not in the cheesy like. I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I think. When I hear Instagram influencer, I hear the person who has no skills. Who basically just who spend all their day on social media and then just take everybody else's posts and then put it on their page.
Exactly.
No. See, in that part, no, hell no, I don't want to become an Instagram influencer.
So, okay, fair.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of them that are like, whatever. Yeah. I just don't understand. Whatever. To each his own. But I think like in essence, you want to become like a presence on social media, right? And because you're a presence, you're going to end up influencing people, whether that's a good influence or a bad influence. Well, that's up to your brand. But like for you, like if you keep doing this stuff, like you're going to influence someone, like especially if they're like listening to these and like, oh, like career wise someone's interested. So it should be a short-term goal. I would think
it probably is, but it's more secondary effect. If I want to become an influencer in that sense, I want to do it in real life. I want to be able to do that in the actual world, because I kind of view like social media as like a fake world. It's just like a whole little like made up world where everybody can kind of like curate themselves into whatever they want to present themselves as.
Right.
Yes. So in my sense, if I want to become an influencer in that way, I want to do it in the real world. I want to affect people's lives in the real world. And then so if that happens to bleed over into social media, Instagram and stuff like that, then sure. But my main goal isn't to become an Instagram influencer. It's not to become a YouTuber. It's not to become a podcaster.
So that's what I'm asking. Yeah. So what is your dream?
That's what it is. It's to make it easier for everybody else to do what they love, be able to make a living off of it, basically. Yeah. Because to me, that's kind of like the way I could give back. Because I feel like a lot of issues that stop people from actually pursuing like their passion for a career, those issues, they're like simple for me to solve.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I was like, so what's stopping you? Like, I don't know how to shoot a video. I was like, well, I shoot videos. I was like, I don't know how to take pictures. Well, I could take pictures for you. I could show you. I could teach you.
I see.
I don't know how to run a business. Like, what paperwork do I have to file and all this other stuff? Well, I know how to do that. Let me show you what you need to do, help you along, be kind of like that mentor for you.
I see.
Yeah.
So is that like, are you going to incorporate that into what you're doing?
Yes.
You should. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's kind of like one of the reasons why I have like this, the guests, like that kind of takes like a little part into it, like who I pick or who I invite on. Yeah. Because if there's, and I tell this to all the guests, like if there's something like you need help on, just feel free to ask me. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure if I don't know how to do it, I can figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that's not an issue for me. I was like, nothing's gonna. Not that I don't want to come off as like as overly confident or arrogant. That's more better word.
There we go.
I don't want to come off as arrogant, but I do have a lot of skills.
Yeah.
A lot.
Be proud of it.
I've learned a lot over the years. So yeah, it's a way I could give back, and it's a way I can help. It's a way, like, all this information does no good like if it's just stuck up here.
Right.
So the podcast and everything else that I want to do, it's basically just an avenue for me to be able to get like the stuff I learned like over the years, the stuff I taught myself over the years, and share it with anybody who's willing to listen or anybody that wants to listen. Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
You have that like down pat.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Straight from the head. I was just making that up as I went.
That's seriously fine. At least you know what the end goal is. So
yeah, I mean, it's great. I think this is the first time I really said it on a podcast. Like, I've mentioned like little pieces of it.
Okay.
You know, so if you were like a Sherlock Holmes or like a little detective, you could go back and listen to parts of that in like different episodes, but really I've never really said that like on an episode.
Okay. There you go. Put it out into the world. There you go. All right. Milestones. Check that one off.
There you go. You got that one out of me.
There
all
right.
You go. you got like the end future goal out of me. All right.
I have to know that
hadn't
stuff.
shared that with anybody. You're the first person who knows that.
You see?
And because of that, everybody else gets to hear that too.
Clap. Yep. That's what's up. See, that's like just how my mind works. Like, okay, like you're doing this right now. What is the purpose? Like, what's the end goal? But I think that's just how how my mind registers stuff. I'm like, why? Like, what is the goal here? So hence my question.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's really like, I mean, that's the end, but like it's a fluid situation.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like I could do like with this podcast. Like I was mentioning you before we started about like I have an offer for a sponsor, but I was like, do I really want to take it right now? It's because I was like, is it really worth, like, I'm not gonna be making that much, but is it really worth me like forcing y'all to listen to ads on a podcast like this early? I mean, because if you're here right now, if you're listening to it, it's you're early on. I was like, do I really want to force these people, like the first people that, you know, the core audience, core fans, or core listeners, core viewers, do I really want to force them to sit through ads, listen to ads?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I think you need, like, because you're still kind of figuring it out and you're still early on, like, you need to figure out what your genuine brand is going to be and if these sponsors fit with that. Yeah. Because if it's something like, say you get a sponsor for like ladies' shoes on your podcast, like that does, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't really fit.
Put up like a pump right now. I'd so be showcasing a pump.
Stilettos.
Yes.
Like, it's gotta fit. That would make
sell out.
Sense. Yes.
Like, damn. Like, all right.
Ladies.
Yeah.
No.
It would actually fit, but still, I was like, is it really worth it? All right, we could put that out. Like, guys, would you want me like to put ads like on this podcast? You know, write a comment down like YouTube. Is it okay? Do you think it's too early? I'm asking your opinion. So let me know.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Post that in your Instagram story.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the poll.
Yes, you can make. Yeah,
you can make the poll.
Yeah, I had to. I'm learning Instagram now.
The Instagrams.
Yeah, the new stuff, the updates,
and the interwebs. This old man here.
Yeah. So I was like, there's a whole bunch of new little sections. I'm like, what's this button? And so I pushed the buttons. I was like, hopefully I don't send stuff that I'm not supposed to send.
Right.
Yeah.
Post something I'm not supposed to post. I hear you. You know what's making me mad is I still don't have the music sticker to add to my stories. What's up with that?
I have it.
You don't? You do?
I have it. Yeah.
Okay, well, this favoritism that's going on here, I don't understand.
Hey, I don't, because it's like it links to Spotify.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it links to Spotify, like all the like Spotify music. I was like, my podcast is on Spotify. I was like, how come I can't link to my podcast?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it because I don't have Spotify? Because I have Apple Music because I'm bougie and
I can't talk to you.
I love it. Thanks, Apple. But no shade to Spotify either. It's just so much easier for me.
All right.
I just like it more, but that's why I don't have a music sticker. So
no, I think it might be. No, I don't know. It just makes me mad. I don't like that I can't link stuff out. Like I have to, like the only link I could post is like in the bio, like in my website.
Pro tip, this is why you need to build your audience. So if you have to make your profile a business profile, and then you get to 10K followers, then you can post direct links. So you got a ways to go, my friend.
So I need 10,000. Well, like 9,000 something.
There you go.
More followers.
Yeah. Yep.
I need 9,000 something more followers before I could post links on there. Oh, that sucks.
Yep. Good luck. See what I see? See, my questions have a purpose because you need to get to these little milestones. Trying to set you up for success, sir. Get to work. I don't want to. Content. Get these followers. You thought.
Here's one thing though, man. I really enjoyed my 2 years off of social media. Yeah. And even
why did you get off?
Because it was just way too much. Like first, there was like a whole bunch of reasons. One thing is it was causing me anxiety.
Really?
Yes. Like I would see people's posts and stuff like that. It was like I would get anxiety.
Like just personal, like what do you, anxiety, why? Damn, they're doing this, and this, and I'm not doing this, and this.
Anxiety and anger. People's posts were making me mad too.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah.
During this last little election cycle, I deleted a lot of folks.
Just the stupid stuff they would post about and the stupid stuff they would say. I was like, oh man. I was like, that just infuriated me. Like anxiety in the part where like I would see somebody's post would be like, oh, they're on vacation. I was like, oh man, I would like to go on vacation one time.
Right.
I was like, I haven't been on vacation for probably 11 years.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, I wish I could go on vacation. And I started thinking, I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that give me like anxiety and I would get like depressed. I get mad at people's posts. And then also that like the ADD. Like I'm diagnosed ADD, so like I would like see like somebody like a comment or like a message or whatever, and then so like I'd open Instagram, and then next thing you know, it's like an hour later, and then I was like, oh man, I was like, I just wasted all this time like looking to photos and stuff like that. I get distracted easily. And I was like, yeah, I should have been doing a lot more other stuff, way more important stuff than spending it on here.
I got you.
Yeah, so it was that, and
I think that's a thing for everybody though, especially like in this day and age. Like you can't, like it's meant to keep you there. Like
well, it's
waste
optimized.
This time,
It's optimized for especially for daily active users.
Right.
Yeah. And then so that's one thing that they don't like about me. Like I'd go went 2 years. Before that, it was probably, I was off of it for like 8 months.
Oh, wow.
So I'd go off like periods with not logging on, and they don't like that. So basically you don't see like all the messages, or you don't get to see all that. It's really, really optimized for daily active users. They want you to keep logging on all the time to check all this stuff. And then like, I couldn't do it. And then just seeing the notification on my phone, I was like, man, I don't want this notification. Get off. Get off.
I got you.
Even right now, like every time I log into Instagram, like I log myself off.
Okay.
And if you don't notice, like it is extremely hard to log yourself off now.
Yeah.
You have to go like to this one little section, and then you got to click this other little section. They make you scroll all the way down, and then you got to click log out from there. They want you to stay logged in all the time. And I don't want to be. Like I feel I feel like I need like some
like a break.
A break. And like people shouldn't have like direct access to me all the time. Yes.
I see.
Yes. And then people get mad if I don't respond right away and stuff like that. Or they'll send me something important on like an important message on like Instagram or Facebook or something like that. And well, I didn't see it. I saw it too late. I was like, you should have just called or texted me.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, if it's that important, you just call or text me.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't know. I think people get like, they just use it, like approach it the wrong way too. Cause it's just like, don't forget at the end of the day that this is not like, it's not real. Like, and as much as we can try to like, and that, like, I think that's like my approach to it. Like I try as much as possible to be just honest about like, no, like it's not like what it seems, or like all this is going on, but like really it took this and this and this to lead up to that point. And people just get like, you just forget that. Like when you're on it for hours and you just think like, damn, like she's on vacation, or such and such is doing this, or they just got this new job. And it's just like, hang on, like don't forget all, like in the background, there was a lot that led up to that point. Yeah. And like, don't like what? It's not a true like communication avenue. Yeah. Like don't forget that this is just social media. Like it's not going to replace calling someone, texting someone, actually sitting in a room with someone.
Which I prefer.
Right.
I prefer actually interacting with people.
Exactly.
In real life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people, I don't know. We forget that.
Yeah.
It's so easy to take for granted now because everything's like right there.
Yeah. And then so like, look, if I wanted to, I could play the social media game. Like I could play it and I could get more followers. Right. But I was like, do I really want to do that? I was like, it's like especially when I got off, like another reason I got off is because I felt it was like basically like taking too much time, or too big of a part of my life. Like I really wanted to enjoy life. I was like, I don't want to like have to like say I'm at like an event or something like that. I don't want to stop and make sure I get this photo so I could post it to Instagram and stuff like that. I want to just experience whatever I'm doing like in person and just enjoy it. Not have to think about, oh, I have to get this shot, or, oh, let me go take a video over there. Because to me, I was like, then that just that's work to me. I was like, I have to take my camera. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to worry about this. I was like, I don't want to carry like a whole bunch of gear on me all the time. And then I was like, oh man, it's just too much. But I'm telling you, and it's another thing, like another reason why I got off is because like I wasn't happy where I was in my life.
And see, there's your key.
Yeah. I wasn't happy. Like I wasn't happy with where I was at. I was like, I could post stuff, but then, you know, if I post something, people are going to think that I like I'm going to make it
compare me to something else.
Like it's going to, oh, he's smiling in the pictures. He's happy. But why am I going to put like a picture of me smiling when in reality, I'm not happy.
Right.
Yeah. And then I couldn't do that. I was like, I'm not going to post these pictures of like these beautiful landscapes or something like that. I was like, no, I was like, I don't want to post that. I was like, I'm not happy with where I'm at or who I am. Let me work on that instead.
Right.
And then so that's what I did. I was like, you know what? Let me focus on myself. Yeah, so I focused on myself and just completely got off of social media.
Exactly. And you got to do what it takes to make sure your mind's right.
Yeah.
Like above all else, especially if it's influencing you so much that like it's making the situation at hand even worse. Like, no way you can keep going. So good job.
Yeah.
2 years is a long time. Like,
it was
you're a trooper.
So easy.
I don't know. I'm the complete opposite. I'm like,
that's one thing. Like to be like, I feel like I've experienced a lot in my life.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like I don't have like FOMO.
Right.
Fear of missing out.
Okay.
Like, I don't get that. I'm like, okay. I was like when I see people like going to like these crazy events that are like super packed, I was like, yeah, I don't want to be there. I was like yeah, I don't care. I don't care to be there or whatever. And then so I'm not like,
I see.
Like, oh, you went to go do that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
I mean,
yeah,
that's cool. But I mean, would I enjoy going out there? I'm like, not really. Nah. I'd rather stay home and watch a movie.
There you go. Okay. What you exactly.
Yes.
Again, I'm the total opposite. So I am like super social butterfly, especially like with this, because I do want to grow my brand.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, the more out there I am, the better. Hopefully it'll be in the long term, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. What's your plans with that then?
So I think ideally for me, long term, if it was like an additional source of income, made it. Like I would love that. Okay. But I think like long term, like I would like to grow my followers, but also I think I need to work on just refining the craft.
Okay.
And so like I struggle like a lot of times, like, do I post it with like just like where it's like my notes pretty much and like bullet points, or is it like me talking that gets me more followers? I don't really know. I prefer the notes just because I don't like hearing myself all the time, but I also at the same time, like I think for me, like I get excited knowing that if I'm offering someone like a tidbit on or give them even a clue as to what's happening politically right now, that makes me feel great. Because I know, again, like I really do feel like we as a generation could work on that. But how do I reach more people is my main thing. And then I think the other thing too, so like I started, like I have that going on and I have a blog and like the
I saw your blog.
Yeah, you did too?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you saw it.
I saw it. I saw the Michelle Obama post.
Yeah, and like that's not been as consistent for me because I have such a hard time like coming up with what I need to write about. But at the same time, like kind of what you were talking about, like I also want to have a space where like I can be myself, and I do enjoy writing, which is why I really like making these news posts. But I feel like again for me, like my story, our story, like first generation Latinos, like and you go through so many things. Like I want to share that to inspire the next little girl from the hood that's trying to make it. Like if that will help someone at some point, or like my struggles with my own like mental issues, like how do you, like, I want to create a brand that's like genuine and still helpful, I guess. So that, I don't know, in a really long term.
Yeah. It's kind of what I'm doing with this.
Right.
I feel like that's always the best way to approach it, is just be yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Because I'm not changing who I am for the camera.
Right.
I'm not changing who I am or what I think for the podcast or anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm just being who I am and just really just, you're getting the real, the raw, the authentic version of myself. And then I think that's what really connects with people more.
Right.
Like just being able to share that. With me personally, when you were mentioning about your posts, like I'm just thinking about like other people in general. If I see like just some regular posts, like say like like if you take like a screenshot of your notes or whatever and just post that, I feel like I need to be able to connect with whoever that person is first.
I see.
So like I had to know who they are before like I,
even read it.
Yeah, before I even read it or even like think about like what they're trying to say or their advice or anything like that. Like I have to know the person. And then so I think that might be like
that's
a way. I mean that's kind of like kind of like an obstacle that you got to think about. Like that's just personally how I think about
it.
Like,
no, but you're right. Like what makes me credible that you would read all of this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then what's also, I mean, just basically, I think more of that is more just like telling your story.
Right.
Yeah. Just basically letting people know who you are.
Right.
And really it's more of picking like which like medium like do you want to use to do that. Like whether it's like a video or whether you want to use Instagram or maybe you want to start podcasting and just have like a podcast where you're able to speak your thoughts, explain your thoughts, and then people can listen to it. Or really it's probably a combination of all of that, right? All the things together and just incorporating all of that, which I know it's a lot of work.
Yes.
It is a whole bunch
I've gotten that podcast tidbit a couple of times. I'm like, Instagram is working. I can't imagine you doing this. Then you have to do Instagram and you're doing YouTube. Like, it's a lot of time.
It is.
Oof.
Yeah, man. But that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Is because I wanted to do this.
Right.
I wanted to. I was like, the whole intention, like I wouldn't be doing this if my sole goal was just to make money. Exactly. I was like, this podcast is costing me money. Like I had to buy extra equipment, all this other stuff. I had to put my time. I had to sit through pain because my back is killing me right now.
Oh no!
Because my back is like tore up really bad. Like
and you are in this chair.
Yeah, I do not sit down other for when I'm shooting this podcast or driving. Those are the only times I sit down. Like the rest of the day, I'm either standing up or laying down.
I see.
Walking around doing something. So yeah, so I'm putting myself through pain
for you guys.
For you guys, all right. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
So if I'm ever late on the podcast,
you're just suggesting.
Yes, take it easy on me.
Yep.
All right, guys. Man, so yeah, it's a lot, and maybe that's a place where I can help you.
Right.
I know the web design. I know the teaching
tips on the website because this is basic.
Yeah,
I know.
Actually, it looked pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Wix.
Yeah, I saw that. Like the only thing I saw.
Go ahead and sponsor him.
The only issue I saw was on your main page. Like the header image was kind of like cut off. Like you can't really see it.
Like the logo part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I saw like a letter. I think it was like the M.
Yeah.
But that was it. I
got you. Okay.
Yeah. And then other than that, I mean, it looked really well.
Decent. Okay.
Really well put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know those longer posts, it takes me forever.
Yes.
It takes me forever to do.
Right.
Like, because especially I'm not the best writer. I'm good at it, but it doesn't come natural to me.
I see.
And then so basically it takes me forever to get through the whole passage, and then I go back and then I have to re-edit it.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't make sense. I was like, how can I reword this more concisely?
Yeah.
Sometimes like I feel like
across easier.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's too many words. It needs to be shorter. Mm-hmm. And then so it just takes me forever to make like an actual like a long blog post and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot easier for me just to shoot a video and just talk. But that plays to my skill set.
Right.
I don't know if you're maybe you're a way better writer than I am.
I wouldn't say that. I just don't. I'm okay with this because it's like two people and the focus is not me.
What are you talking about? You're the star of the show.
It's your show though. So like I know, like I don't like being the center of attention that much. So like even like posting my pictures regularly, which you kind of have to if you're gonna grow your followers on Instagram. Like even that, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I will do it because it's a means to an end with what I'm passionate about. But I'm more of like the I'll be in the background, like it's all good.
You hashtag?
Yeah, so like I made my Be Mighty hashtag. Yes.
Well, I'm just talking about like other hashtags.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. On all of them, and it helps, but
which takes me forever. I was like, now I gotta hashtag this. All right, which hashtag should I use? I was like, oh
no.
I was like, so I have to post this.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, fine.
You're already putting in all the work. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're already putting in all this work. You might as well just do... They suck. Don't get me wrong. But you might as well do the little things that'll get you there faster.
Mm-hmm. Which is... I'll try to do that. All right. I'll try to get better at it. It's just that like sometimes usually when I'm posting these things, it's like I'm already exhausted. Like I've spent the entire day like editing audio or editing the video. I was like, I'm tired. Now I got to take this little clip. I got to take this clip from this video, edit it down, make sure it's under a minute so I could post it to Instagram.
Yep.
And then so like do this. And then I was like, I'm ready to go lay down and be done with it. But I was like, now I got to think about words to put with this post and then the hashtags and all this stuff. When I was like, my back is killing me. I'm exhausted. I want to lay down.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous over here.
I don't know where you got the rich.
Difficult.
I don't know where you got the rich and famous part. I know that's not me.
God, I gotta come up with hashtags.
Completely not me.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I could build this up and then make it easier for you.
There you go. But you have to be there. You're not going to give me a platform if you don't have a platform. So
exactly. That's why I got to build this.
Yep.
That's why I'm doing this. All right.
Rich and famous is the goal, Michael.
That's why we're on episode 7.
Yep.
That's why we're going to keep going.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm very bossy in case you hadn't noticed. Like, nah, get to it. Get to work.
All right. It just reminds me of a story. Back in the day, this is probably 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. Me and Bebo, who's or fourth, was guest number, I forget the guest, but you've
been on the show, Bebo.
Bebo's been on the show. So we were working on one of his albums, which was called Believe.
Yeah, okay.
And then so basically we had this thing we came up with. What was it? No Days Off November. Or something like that.
Okay.
Like it was really like our push.
Like No Shave November, but
it was before all that.
Oh, okay.
It was before that, all right? Before that whole what is it?
No Shave November?
Movember or whatever they call it.
What it is? Oh, that's right.
Whatever they call it now. Yeah, but it was before that.
Trendsetters.
Yes. And
that's
then so
what he really meant to say.
I want to say, it was like No Days Off November. So it was basically that whole month we were just pushing, like working every single day to
on his album
to finish up his album, get everything ready. And then so I made it to day 15. I want to say 15. Yes, it was 15 because 14 were in the studio. He was recording a song. And then that night I felt like crap. The next morning was bad, and then like I woke up throwing up. Like I woke up, I woke up throwing up, like, and then like I couldn't drink, I couldn't eat, I was throwing up everything. I felt horrible.
Oof.
And then so I had to go to the hospital. So yeah, so
because of what?
It was, they said I had some type of infection. But so no days off November put me in the hospital.
Right.
And so now that you were just telling me that I got to get on it, I was like, oh, you're going to work me into the ground.
No. I'm very anti that too.
Yeah.
Like, keep it consistent, but do not kill yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, I think we have, even for me, like, I go through like these spurts, like you're on it and you're constantly like going, and then you crash and then it totally throws everything off. When had you just like, it's like a little bit every day.
Yeah.
And you just
it's a marathon.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Don't burn yourself out. Don't kill yourself.
It's not going to happen.
No.
I might die, but I won't kill myself.
No.
Hey, another story. One time, this was probably, I forget, it's probably around 3 years ago. Yeah, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe. Mm-hmm. So 3 years, what year are we in? 2019?
19.
Okay. So maybe 4 years ago.
Okay. Michael.
I'm sorry. I don't know what day. All the days are exactly the same to me. All the days exactly the same. All right. So it was probably like around 4 years ago. It was one of my times where I felt like I was just like, I go through spurts, especially with my health.
Yeah.
Like my health's like all over the place. And then so there was one day, like, I felt like it was probably leading up to it. Like, I was not sleeping. I was getting maybe 2 hours of sleep for probably, and it wasn't even 2 consecutive hours. It was like 45 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there. And then so that was my sleep routine for like, it was probably months. It was probably at least like more than 3 months. And then my body was just like, I felt like crap. I had no energy. Everything was hurting. And then one day I probably collapsed right here on the floor.
What?
It was right here on the floor. I collapsed. I woke up. I don't know how long I was out.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know how long I was out. Like, I don't know how I got on the floor. All I know is when I woke up, or when I came through, everything hurt and I couldn't move. Yeah. And then so like I couldn't move at all. Everything was like
crashed.
Yes.
Literally.
All right, Google, this is the second time you join our podcast. Let me turn this off.
Pause at the cliffhanger. He's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm on the floor.
Almost died.
Almost. On the floor, can't move, in extreme pain. I actually, the thought of me dying crossed my mind. I thought I was gonna die right there. Like, I was like, yeah, so this is how I'm gonna go out.
Yeah.
That crossed my mind. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, damn. And then so, yeah, I don't know from that point, because I had no clock on me, or I didn't know the time. Yeah. And then I don't know how long, but like I kind of forced myself up. Forced myself up. And then, so the next day I was like, in the doctor's office after that. But yeah, so I get to those points where, and it's something with my health, like I can't control. Mm-hmm. It's just something I got to deal with. Like, sometimes my body, just like completely crashed. Like, they had to, like, the doctor had to pump me full of like all kinds of drugs just to get my body to respond. And then so,
is this like a consistent condition, or you just?
It's part of my autoimmune disorder. So it's a connective mixed tissue disease. It's an autoimmune disorder. It's lupus, rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh my gosh.
Some other stuff. There's a whole list. I forget. Like, I got so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
So is it onset because of the lupus that's causing like is that like the initial problem, and then that brings on everything else?
Probably.
Okay.
But I don't know, because the sleep, I've always had sleep issues, like for years. I haven't slept. I haven't had a good night's sleep since probably close to like 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so I haven't had like a good night's sleep in like forever. 16 years. Now it's to the point where I don't know how it's like to be pain-free anymore.
Man,
I don't remember. I don't remember how it's like to be pain-free.
Michael, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, oh, if you look over there, you can see like all the medications I'm taking, like in the corner. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
So what have you, like, do they help? Like, what have you tried?
They help kind of control it. So like I don't, but I still have flare-ups every now and then.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, but that's something
I didn't even know.
Yeah, so guys, just know it's a lot harder to do stuff when your health goes. When your health goes is like absolutely horrible.
Exactly.
Like I still have days where like I wake up and like I'm in pain, where like I'm not able to walk. Ooh. Like I get those days occasionally.
Yeah.
This morning actually wasn't too good. Like that was because of I didn't sleep that well. I was waking up like I knew it was gonna be a bad night when I woke up, like, because usually when I don't have a clock in my room, or like I don't keep my phone like where I sleep, like it's like completely like it'd be here like the living room or something like that. So like sometimes where I'll wake up and then I'm like I feel like I can't go back to sleep, or like I was like, let me just think about getting up. So I got up and like I had gotten to bed like around midnight. When I got up, it was 1:30. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, this is gonna be a bad night. So yeah, I had like I keep waking up like throughout the night, and then like this morning, like it took me like probably like 45 minutes to get out of bed. But that's just because like my whole body hurt.
You're just sore. Yeah, like I can imagine.
Yeah,
you feel heavy.
Everything hurts. It's sore. Yeah. I'm not probably the best person to sleep with like at night because I'm a screamer. Because I'll wake up in the middle.
Pain?
Yeah, I'll wake up in the middle of the night screaming. Yeah.
What?
Because of the pain.
I never knew that, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I'm still doing this podcast. I'm still putting out videos.
You're still grinding.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the last, which is good, like, because I feel like growing up, I didn't even know what lupus was.
Yeah.
And then like the past few years, like it's just gotten so much more awareness. Like now like when you talk about the disease, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But before, I don't know, like I feel like nobody, like it just wasn't talked about, which is terrible because it's so much to deal with. Like, and props to you. Jeez.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, fight on.
Of course. I'm never not going to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Never not going to stop. I'm going to keep going until there's nothing left.
Yeah. So have you tried like any like, I don't know, non-medicinal methods? Like your diet? Like has anything helped?
I changed completely my diet. Well, it wasn't bad to begin with.
Oh,
but
okay.
now I think about more like what nutritions I need, like which vitamins, what food, which vitamins or what food gives me like all the nutrition that I need.
Yeah.
And so I think more about that. I don't eat red meat anymore.
At all. Okay.
At all. I mean, it's not a hard at all. But if somebody like
that means if we go out, are outside,
like if we go out somewhere and then someone's cooking fajitas, I'm gonna have a piece. But like I hardly never go. I never go out, so it's like a rare occasion.
Okay.
Maybe this last year probably. Let's just say once a month. There you go.
Okay.
So like 12 times a year. So
okay.
It's like, but like.
Is that by choice or is it because like you don't feel good enough to be outside? Or like both what? Of them? Like do you just not want, like, is that like personal? Like, nah, I'm just
I'm
good at home, or like do you like is it
going
because
out?
you're or because you're like not feeling well?
Probably it's more not feeling well.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Because like every day I'm exhausted. By like the end of the day, okay, let me explain it to you this way. This is how like my normal day, how I feel like on a normal day basis. I feel like I'm in the middle of a war zone.
Wow.
That's how I feel like on a normal day. And if I could explain it, I'm gonna tell you like how my morning starts. My morning wakes up with like a boom. It wakes up with a boom. I'm like all confused. I'm dizzy. Like I've been shot. I'm cut. I'm bleeding all over the place. And then it's like I hear gunshots and I'm being fired at. So basically it just goes into like survival mode. And then so the rest of my day really is just survival mode. So like get through this day. And then by the end of the night, I'm just exhausted. And it's not like I go to sleep. It's more of actually like probably more passing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
dude.
so by the end of the night, like I'm hurting.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay home and then like work, like do some exercises like on my back and like my joints to help out with that than actually like go out and hang out with my friends or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, I'd rather, and I
can imagine how that drains you.
Yeah.
Like
even now, like if I go out, like what's the last time I went out? Last time I went out was probably Christmas. Like we had like a little holiday party. And then so I went out for that. And then like I had another party, a holiday party the next day, which I didn't go to because like I felt so bad. Like I was like, I could barely walk the next day. And it's not like I did anything. Like they went bowling. I didn't even bowl because I knew my joints couldn't take like the force. I was like my fingers, like I've lost like a whole bunch of strength in my hands. Oh. And then so I lost a whole bunch of strength in my hands. I was like all my joints in my fingers hurt. And then so I was like, they don't really bend right. It feels like they're all kind of like they kind of just like pop. It kind of just like pops. It's like not a fluid. It's not a fluid motion. And then so I was like that. And then like this elbow kills me. And then so I was like, me bowling, not going to happen. Yeah. So I didn't even bowl, but just being out. It
takes a lot. Exactly.
It wears me down even more. And then like the next day I feel like crap. And then so probably I feel like a little better the day after, like 2 days after.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like I did anything. It's just like I went out and that's it. Just hung out.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't drink. Like
you'd be screwed.
Yes. Like
plus all the meds.
Yeah. That's why I completely gave up like drinking.
Yeah.
Not like I had a problem when I was younger.
Oh, even with the meds?
No, this was before the meds.
Oh, okay.
I had a drinking problem back in like before like 18, 19, 20. I was probably drunk most of the time. Most of those years. Like completely drunk. But like I calmed down.
Yeah.
Like once I hit 21, like I calmed down. You were good. Yeah.
You already did it.
Yeah. I was like, all right. And then probably by like 24, like I was already not drinking.
Okay.
Like I'll drink like occasionally, but like not much. And then and so once I got diagnosed, and once
Which was when?
It was.
You haven't known forever.
No, but I've probably had symptoms since I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I've had symptoms probably since I was a kid, but I didn't know.
That's tough.
Until I was 26.
What?
Yeah.
Recently? I mean, recently enough. So what did you, like this whole, like all this time, did you, like were your symptoms not as bad? Like how did you?
33.
Okay. So you said 26?
I can't do 4-7. Nah, it's been longer than that, has it? I don't know, but yeah, at least like 7-8 years. I haven't been drinking, and that's when I got diagnosed. And then once they put me on these medications, they're like, okay, these medications that we're giving you, they're known to be fatal. Yeah, they're known to be fatal. So it's either like, and I was like, they're known to be fatal already. They're gonna probably give you probably mess up like your kidneys. And then so so if you drink, you're just increasing your chances of dying.
You're just speeding it up.
Yeah. So I was like, once the doctor told me that, I was like, okay, I won't drink. It wasn't hard.
Of course not.
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah, it wasn't
Life
hard.
or death.
Yeah.
Just that.
I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'd stop. And then so I stopped, and it was at that point though, it was like I didn't miss drinking. It was already to the point where like the hangovers would be like 2 days long.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. The next day it's completely gone. And then the day after that, you're just trying to feel a little better.
Right.
I was like, yeah, man, I'm wasting all of this time. I didn't like how I felt like after, like the hangover was horrible. So I had stopped, and then I had basically stopped, and then Dad was just like, okay, now for good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it was easy, but yeah.
Dang, dude. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. That's deep. So like I don't understand. So like your symptoms, because lupus, I thought you're just like, it's with you from day one, and you just know it's there.
Sometimes it doesn't like, it's not like,
is it like dormant?
It's not active. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not active. So it could go like, you could have symptoms, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like, it's active.
I see.
And I would have symptoms, but it just got to the point where, you know what, it's like I feel like crap, and I can't explain why I feel like crap, because usually like I would blame it on
the drinking.
No.
Oh.
I would even blame it on the drinking.
That's my first thing.
I blame it on working. I worked like at the shop, like fixing cars.
Yeah.
So like I did that like 7 days a week I'm talking about at least 12 hours a day, some days up to like 16, 17 hours. There was one weekend where like in in a 72 hour period, like I worked 60 hours in 72 hours. So in 3 days I worked 60 hours. So I would do stuff like that. And then so I would blame like how I felt, like my body hurting and being exhausted all the time from working all the time. But then like I started feeling worse and worse and worse. And then I was like, all right, let me work less. And then I still felt like I was getting worse. And then so I was like, I can't explain. I was like, I'm not working as much. And then to the point where like I took like some time off, like, and then so I was like, I'm not working at all right now. And then, well, how come I still feel like crap? And that's when I went to the doctor to get checked. And then from there, it was probably a year process before I got diagnosed.
What?
Yeah. So that first year, I probably spent probably 3 or 4 days a week, like at a doctor's visit.
Just testing?
Testing,
observation?
and then going from one specialist to another specialist to another specialist, and then just running through all kinds of exams. Most painful exam I've ever had was a bone marrow biopsy.
Oh my God.
That's the most painful exam. Like I've had like almost all of them. Most painful one was the bone marrow biopsy, which was funny because when the doctor walked in, he came in with like a cordless drill. And I was like, that's the same cordless drill I got at the shop. I was like, I thought they were going to use like some specialty tool.
That's what it was?
Yeah, they use it's a DeWalt cordless drill.
Yo, I would have walked
Yes.
out like, nope. This is
I was like, he came in with that. I was like,
No.
Oh, okay. So basically, with a bone marrow biopsy, they basically just drill a hole in your spine. Yeah. So that's what they did.
No needles?
No needles. Well, they numb like the area, but the thing is, you can't numb the bone. So like I felt everything, and then
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And I felt the drill going in, and then the doctor was having trouble like piercing my bone. And then so basically he was like pushing down, and then and then like I made like a little like I could feel it, and I made like a little like a little grunt like, oh. And then he was like, "You want me to?" He's like, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that. Because he could tell, like he was. But I was like, "You know what? Just keep going. All right, just keep going until you drill through." And yeah, he finally drilled through. I was like, if I
That's
knew,
why your back is killing you.
No, well, my back is killing me because, for one thing, I have a herniated disc.
Okay.
On the L5 S1 level, so it's like the lower part. I have scoliosis. I have degenerative disc disease. So basically, what that is basically like the what is it, like the tendons, the tissue, in between like your spinal cord is like wearing down, and then so the
bone is grinding on each other.
Bone on bone, yeah. I have that, and there's probably more stuff. Like I don't fully know what's going on with my back.
Right.
Like no doctor has been able to tell me. Like I've been to 4 different spine specialists supposedly. Whatever. Yeah, no doctor has been able to help me. So far, I'm still holding out hope.
Yeah.
And like I've been wanting to recently, like get some more treatment done to it, but. Because my dad had cataract surgery and glaucoma surgery, so basically, like I've been having to like take care of him, look after him, go to the doctor's appointments, go to all the visits, the post-ops, the pre-ops, all this stuff. He's had to take it a lot easier, and then so that's kind of that's what put my spine thingy on hold. Yeah, but it was it's a work in progress.
Right.
Yeah, I've been trying some new stuff. I'm probably going to spend money on an inversion table, and I'll just, it's basically a table where you just kind of, you put your legs in there and you basically hang upside down.
Oh.
So hopefully that would help like stretch out and decompress my spine.
I see.
So maybe that helps with the pain.
Okay.
But I also feel like my spine is twisted. Like twisted
in
like
place,
that way.
but twisted. Yeah.
Like twisted, like the top's twisted one way, that's twisted another way, and then I got, of course, the herniated disc at the like lower down. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you have to go in a little bit.
Yes.
So let's go through your notes.
No,
make sure
I've asked you as I've gone, so
really?
We're good. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Positive. All right.
I am just glad. First off, I had always wanted to ask you, but you never shared. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna ask. But you like finally broached the subject. I was like, I never knew you were dealing with all this. Like, dang.
I mean, I don't hide it. It's just like I don't tell people.
Yeah.
I'm not like openly out there like telling everybody. Like if I see somebody walking by, hey, I have all this.
Yeah.
Because usually, and this is something that has a little part to do with me. Okay, because I don't see that many people that often. So if I see somebody, I'd rather talk about other stuff. Like I don't want to talk about like how much pain I'm in. I want to find out like how they're doing, what's up with them, stuff like that. I'd rather enjoy that than actually talk about, that stuff.
Yeah. I got you. Well, I appreciate you sharing. Nonetheless.
It's no problem.
Trooper indeed.
So you've asked all the questions.
Yes. I've said what I needed to say.
Are you sure?
For sure.
Okay,
yes.
That's awesome. All right. Before we end it, is there anything like, is there any way? Okay, well, let me offer this. I noticed on your website, like I mentioned, I don't know if it was before. Yeah, I think it was on the podcast. I don't even remember anymore. That's how bad my memory is. But I mentioned that the header image, and it's kind of like not
fixing
like
that.
Fixing that. What if? And do you? Let me ask this: do you have a logo?
So that's what the header image is.
Okay.
If you want to help me with that, by all means, because I made it on my own, and then I know it's crap.
Let me help you out with that.
Please.
All right, I'll make you a logo.
Please. I need one.
Okay.
So by all means.
I'll help with that. And I just want to let you know that if there's any other way that I can help, if you
Yeah.
have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Same, man.
And I'm more than glad to help you out with anything that I can.
Same.
Okay.
I am here for you always.
All right.
You got it.
Okay, guys. Make sure to follow Heidi. Share your
Yes.
Instagram.
My Instagram handle. So it's at Mighty Heidi. It's Mighty 3_ and Heidi HEIDI. Pretty easy.
Okay. The website.
I don't know my website.
I can help you.
It.
I can help you with that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like y'all can find it at the link in my bio, but
yeah, I'll link it in the YouTube description too. Okay.
I'm not at the point where I want to give Wix my money yet, so it's like the most ridiculous.
Hey. Okay. That's a good point. Like you don't have to, not right, especially right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially, and actually, I don't pay for the Defynest website right now either.
Oh, you don't?
No, because I have other plans to build it up and to do some
see.
other things with it.
Okay.
And then so I'm like, really, it's just more kind of like just like a placeholder.
Yeah.
What I got right now. So, so basically, it's I just bought the domain and then just threw up a little template, a quick little thing where I could post, and that's about it. But I have other plans for the website.
That's what's up.
I want to build it up some more. But,
See, I don't like mine enough to pay for it.
Yeah,
like, I know it could be better, and I'm just like,
it's pretty good on the. I've checked it on mobile. I haven't seen it in on desktop. Okay, but it looks pretty. It looks pretty good on the mobile website.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the header image. That's the only thing I've noticed.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Knock your socks off.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, guys, I don't know why, but it just ended up happening Tuesdays. Every Tuesdays at 7. This video will go up live on YouTube. It premieres on YouTube Tuesdays at 7. The day before, so the Monday, I'll release like the audio. So it'll be up on like Spotify, iTunes,
Got you.
Apple Podcasts. Yes, it's on
Apple
iTunes. It's Apple Podcasts.
We big time. Rich and famous.
Stitchers. Everywhere. Well, almost all the streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's up on there.
Cool.
So guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow Heidi. And
share this guy too.
Yeah, I want to thank y'all for listening. I think that's it. It's a wrap then.
It's a whole wrap.